everyone. Welcome back to the Rock and Roundtable Talk Fest. This is episode 2. My name is Shay.
My name is Mattias. Today, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the Sweden Rock Festival. They have announced all the bands that are going to play, and what we are doing, or what we have done, we have been thinking about, okay, which are the ones we can't miss? The bands we do have to.
Yeah, ones that we are looking forward to.
Yeah.
And things like that.
And we're going to focus on the ones we have not seen before.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm always afraid there will be conflicts. Like, okay, two of my favorite bands that I have never seen are going to play at the same time. So you have to prioritize. How are we going to do that? We're going to do like half and half, or you go to one, I go to one. It's just, yeah, it's going to be, well, hopefully there are no conflicts. And we just have to kind of play by ear and be flexible and make sure we have fun at least.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Well, they have released the Sweden Rock Festival poster, and it has the whole lineup, but they have the days separated and what stages that each artist is playing on. But the only thing they haven't released yet is the time slots.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I guess they're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we're gonna put a picture of the poster up like now, while we're talking about it. So you have an idea what we're talking about.
And we printed out this one here, but obviously you can't see that. But I think based on kind of how they are on the bill, we can expect that obviously the lower bands will play earlier.
Yes.
Than obviously the headliner. So the headliners for each day is Slipknot for Thursday, Korn for Friday. No, let me start over. The headliners are Slipknot for Wednesday, Korn for Thursday, Scorpions Friday, and then the Swedish Sabaton is closing out the festival on the Saturday evening.
Yes. So, and those are we were there once. So what usually the headliner goes on like midnight-ish? Something like that. It could be 11:30, but it seems like towards the weekend, like Friday and Saturday, it's like midnight, I think.
It seems like it.
But maybe Wednesday and Thursday could be more like 11:30. But like I said, they haven't announced the times yet. So that's just what our past experience, what I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's going to be, they have to kind of navigate and put the puzzles together and what makes sense and go from there.
Name the three or four top headliners all across, like under Slipknot, under Korn,
Yeah, so Wednesday they have Within Temptation, which we have seen. And then Thursday the Sex Pistols. Okay, so the main stage was Slipknot for the Wednesday, right? And then King Diamond on the other stage, the rock stage. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. And Thursday, Dream Theater, obviously a big band. Friday, Meshuggah, the Swedish band Meshuggah. And on the Saturday, Turbo Negro. So, I mean, there are big bands playing every single day.
Yeah. And each night has the three headliners each. When they I think headlining starts like 10:30, 11:30, 12, midnight, something like that. A couple of these a couple of these will overlap.
Yeah.
There's like different tiers. But like I said, I'm just guesstimating, but it's just my experience of what I remember, what I can recall.
From the one time we went.
Yeah. But at least they have already, like on the poster, they have already categorized the band, like a headliner, semi-headliner, midway, and, early show, matinee.
And also the stages they will play at. And,
yes. Yes.
And there's also a tent, which is like a huge tent, right? But that's one of the stages where the kind of more smaller bands play, but they're still good bands. I mean, last time we had some of our favorite bands played in the tent.
That's right. And you said they renamed it.
Yeah. Yeah, they renamed it from Rock Klassiker when we were there to Blå Kläder.
Yes.
So that's like a sponsor tent. Yeah, so when we were there in 2022, they called it the Rock Klassiker stage, and that was a tent.
And I enjoyed that. I loved it, and it was pretty huge. So
yeah, I mean it's massive.
Yeah.
But now it's a Swedish beer brand called Pistonhead, who is the sponsor now for that. It's the same stage, it's the same tent, but it's just a different sponsor for.
Yes.
For
yes.
It, so.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Rock Klassiker is a radio station in Sweden.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's still like a Rock Klassiker all-star band. And these are like exceptional musicians, but they're also some of them work at the radio station. So they're like radio hosts.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really exciting. And so, I mean, we have bands like Ginger and The Warning and, bands like that are also playing. So I think it's time that we discuss what our top picks are, who we're looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah. I mean, if I start, for me, the first day, Slipknot, the headliners, Slipknot at the main stage. I've seen them actually once before, 2016, I think, in Austin, Texas. And I didn't listen to Slipknot before that, but I became a huge fan after that show because the show was so intense. It was just so much fun. And Corey Taylor, he's a genius. So that was epic. And I really want you to be able to experience
Yes,
that.
I haven't seen Slipknot yet or Lipsnot yet. And and I cannot wait. So I'm looking forward to it. So, and that's like kicking off the first night. Well, not kicking, but ending the first night. Yeah.
Ending the first night on a high note. So.
Yes. I won't be able to hear. Well, no, we will because we will be using our earplugs, our new loop earplugs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So what's the band you're looking forward to that day? Or any day?
Well, we could kind of go, well, definitely Ginger, and I'd like to see Within Temptation and Nothing More and King Diamond.
Yeah. We did recently
Holy
see
moly.
King Diamond.
Skillet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And that's on Thursday as well? Yeah.
That's Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Why do I keep saying
I don't know.
Thursday? Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't believe the festival starts on a Wednesday.
I know, right?
Yeah. I guess that's the new thing.
Oh, Night Flight Orchestra also plays.
Yeah. Night Flight Orchestra is also one of our favorite bands that we have not seen. I don't think they may have played in the US, but not that I'm aware of.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you would know. But
yeah. And if you don't know Night Flight Orchestra, so the singer is Björn Strid from Soilwork, and the bass player is Charlie D'Angelo from Arch Enemy. And then, all the musicians are exceptional. They have two backup singers, and they dress like flight attendants or something like that.
Yeah. Night Flight Orchestra, like the flight, like an airplane flight. So, I love it.
Yeah, it's incredible music. We are big fans of them.
So, a new band that was new to us, and I think they're from Pittsburgh, but they're a metalcore band, and they're called Signs of the Swarm, and they also play the first night, Wednesday.
Okay.
And they play in the tent. No, they don't. They play the
Blå Kläder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a smaller stage that's in the very beginning, like when you come in the entrance, when you come through and walk down the grass hill, it's right there. So
it's still a big stage.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
When I say small, it's still bigger than House of Blues. So it's still
yeah, it's pretty massive still.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you mentioned two bands, The Warning and Ginger.
Oh my God, yes.
Those two bands we have not seen, and we are totally looking forward to see them live.
Yes.
That's going to be cool.
So you have Pretty Maids. So
yeah,
I have never seen them. I'm not really sure. Are they like a glam rock kind of?
No,
what are they?
it's heavy metal. So,
Okay.
so it's out of Denmark, and then I think they released their first EP back in '82 or '83, and such a great band. We actually during COVID we bought the Blu-ray from one of their concerts.
Don't remember that, but okay. I think we need to watch it.
Yeah, I mean it's a legendary band out of Denmark, similar to King Diamond and Merciful Fate. So I'm very excited to see them, and I've never seen them before. And speaking of Denmark, we did see, we did see King Diamond. He's Danish, even though he lives in Dallas, Texas.
And we're looking forward to seeing them again.
Yeah.
So yes, hopefully we get to chat after the show as well. So.
Yeah, like we did here in Las Vegas. We had the fortune to come backstage and hang out after the show with the entire band and the crew and the wives and children. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And
then Doro. So, I mean, she is an icon. She's a legend.
yeah.
So she's been around forever, since the beginning of time. And I have never seen her, so I really would like to at least catch. If it doesn't overlap anything, then I want to see the whole set. But if it overlaps, at least let's see half of the set.
Yeah.
No,
I agree. I mean, Dory, like you said, she's an icon. She has traditional heavy metal.
Yeah.
She's out of Germany, and she looks the role. She looks the part. Yeah. And she was best friends with Lemmy as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they played, together quite a bit. And icon is the right word for Doro.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
And I would love to meet her.
Yes. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I would love that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Next on the list, what do you think? Orbit Culture. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there are two Swedish band starting with O that I need to see, that I have to see, is Orbit Culture and also Opeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I hope they don't overlap.
I hope so.
I'm
yeah.
gonna be
I would be so bummed if they do, because there's some bands that are new to us and some bands we have heard before. I mean,
they're both playing the same stage. However, Opeth is on the first night, Wednesday.
Okay.
And they're on the rock stage. Orbit Culture is on Friday night.
Oh, perfect.
So
there's a chance there will be no overlap there.
There might be an overlap with Orbit Culture, like with maybe Apocalyptica, and with maybe Jorn.
Okay, that's going to be a tough one for me because Jorn is someone I really want to see as well.
Yeah, it just depends on the time slots. So
yeah,
but both stages are close together. It's the rock stage and the Sweden stage, so we can like kind of stand in the middle and look around the corner.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard to explain, but that's kind of.
And that's the thing with the Sweden Rock Festival. I mean, it is. I mean, it's big. A lot of square miles to cover, or square
and square people. No, just kidding.
But
yeah, okay. Crucified Barbara.
Yes, so Crucified Barbara, another Swedish band that reunite. They have been on hiatus for probably over a decade. All female, really cool rock and roll, heavy rock. It's not typically heavy metal, I would say, but heavy rock.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty cool to see them. And obviously Adrian Vandenberg from the band Vandenberg. He, if you don't know about him, he had his own band called Vandenberg out of Netherlands back in the early 80s. Then he joined Whitesnake and was Whitesnake's guitar player after Steve Vai during, the kind of the peak of Whitesnake's career on MTV. So that's going to be super cool. And they have a Swedish singer from the band, for example, Swedish Erotica, Mats Levén, he was also with Yngwie, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. He's been singing with everyone. Incredible singer. So that's going to be cool.
Yes, yes.
And what's next?
Jorn. Is that how you say it? Or is it?
Jorn. We talked about Jorn, yeah.
Oh, we did. Because I'm going down the list.
Okay.
Key Marcello performs Europe. I wish it was the real Europe, but hey, we can.
Yes.
Let's get what we get and don't throw a fit. No.
Yeah, I've seen Europe many times, but Key Marcello, he was the guy who replaced John Norum at the height of their success, the peak when Final Countdown came out, and John Norum left the band.
Okay, to do something what better?
Well, he wanted to go solo. He didn't like the keyboard, type of style. That's what I've read in articles. But the point is, he left the band, and they had to quickly find a replacement because they were about to tour the U.S.
Oh my God!
And Key Marcello came in, and he is such a great guitar player. And he recorded a couple of albums afterwards with Europe until I think 2000 when John Norum came back to join Europe again. He's been with the band ever since.
Okay.
But Key Marcello, he has one of the best guitar solos in any song called Superstitious. He wrote that guitar solo.
Oh, okay. I know that song.
Yeah. I'm super excited to see him. And I know we have mutual friends. He's a really good guy, apparently. So maybe we can get to talk to him.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll do what we can do.
Yeah, that's right. And then we have a couple of bands we have not seen either. Exodus.
You've mentioned them, and I've heard of them. I couldn't name one song, but that's okay. But I'd like to see what they can do.
Yeah, it's like Bay Area thrash metal, one of the original bands out of the early 80s. And Gary Holt plays in that band. And Gary Holt, who also played with Slayer for many years. Well, I think they're actually out playing here and there again.
Okay.
But that's going to be cool. And Gary Holt, we met him and his wife at NAMM.
NAMM this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we talked to him a little bit and talked to her. Fun people. And then Swedish, Syra. And you have met Jakey Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Jake, just Jakey.
Jakey.
Jakey, yeah.
Okay, Jakey. Jakey Lee, that's another guy.
That's another one.
Yeah.
But I hope he remembers me because I've met him multiple times when he was in Amaranth. So
yeah,
we'll see. I haven't changed. I look the same as I did 30 years ago. I can't tell you my secret, but
yeah, and also this band, they have Jesper, who was the founder and the main songwriter for many years for In Flames.
Yes. Did they have multiple members from In Flames or just the one?
I think the bass player, Peter Ivers, he was also part of the band, but I think he left because he's in the Halo Effect now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of Swedish bands, so there's a Swedish band also from the 80s called Alien.
Oh my God.
And they had a huge hit back then. And I never seen them live, so I'm super excited about that. And they have a really good guitar player as well. So it's going to be fun. And speaking of King Diamond.
Yes. Merker. Yes, and she's also doing a solo set, I guess, before she's with the King Diamond. So she's doing two.
Yeah.
I hope she still was going to do with the, she does keyboards and back vocals for King Diamond. So
yeah,
I'm expecting to see her there, but she also is doing her own set of her own solo work. So
yeah, it's pretty cool music. It's kind of like haunting, angelic folk. What do you call it?
Yeah, I think it's very, well, I was going to say Celtic, but it's not. But it's Celtic, but think of, the show Vikings. Okay, think of the music they have as an intro, or like while the big camera's panning up, whatever. But anyway, during scene, like think of the soundtrack or things from that. So that kind of music.
It's really cool. We watched a couple of videos of her solo work, and we got to meet her obviously as well after the King Diamond show.
And I think she's doing the tent.
Okay.
Maybe not. She's on the second night. She's on Thursday night. Mm-hmm. And she's headlining the black or classic.
Blåkläder.
I can't say it. But I wish it was still in the tent, but no, that's the old tent's name. But she's on the front stage and like near the entrance, but she's headlining that. Mm-hmm. But like a headliner for that stage isn't going to be at midnight. It might be 9. It might be 9 o'clock or 9:30. So
probably early evening.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's cool.
But the thing is, if you have been to a rock festival or a festival in general, it's a challenge if there are many bands you like, because there will be overlap. So you have to kind of prioritize what you want to see and maybe focus on bands that you have never seen before.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it is sometimes a bit of a challenge.
I mean, she may overlap or like compete with like I'm thinking like maybe Striper or Doro or Creator like around the same time. A different, or Moonspell or something.
Yeah, we never know.
But if it's like The Warning, well, and Dark Tranquility, that's also a possibility.
Yeah, we just have to.
We can't wait. I can't wait for them to announce the time slots because then we can. When did they do that last time? Was it just like a week before? Or
I think so.
Yeah. So holy moly.
Because they keep changing up until.
Yes.
And even when the festival has started, they change it up sometimes.
So also we had a band that dropped out for whatever reason about a month or two ago. Was it LA Guns?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. And they put in another band, which I can't think of who it is. It might be Creator, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, LA Guns, they have played here in Las Vegas many times at the Vamps.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember when they said that they were not going to be, I was like, well, we ain't missing anything. I mean, because we could see them here anytime, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's true. And speaking of LA Guns, so the same type of music, and well, the same kind of genre, if you will, glam metal, Crazy Licks, Swedish band.
Yes. So I knew that they just announced, that was one of the newer bands that they just announced recently.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned them. So I've heard of them, but I've never seen them or any videos or anything. So I'm curious.
Yeah, they have a really cool videos. They are very inspired by America.
Yeah.
Kind of Motley Crue type of.
And are they from Sweden?
Yeah, from Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm really excited to see them.
Yeah.
But I think the main band I'm most excited to see is the young band, the new band for us. They have an album coming out soon, actually, but Bloodstain.
Yes, and we reacted to one of their videos recently, a few months ago, and they're amazing. They're like young Metallica, like back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sound absolutely amazing, and I just cannot. First off, they're very young, like I don't think even 20 years old. So
yes, between 18, 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there. Yeah.
And the fact that they get to play Sweden Rock Festival is amazing.
Yeah, Bloodstain is playing Friday night.
Okay.
And right before Crazy Licks at the same stage, the stage,
the
one I can't say. Yes. Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
That's going to be super cool.
Yeah, they may compete like with Dragon Force, but I think, well, we've seen Dragon Force.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Bloodstain.
Yeah.
Yes. So there really isn't a lot of, but the Rock Classicer All Stars might be around the same time. But maybe they'll be on a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna do our best.
No, I'm gonna watch Bloodstain. The entire set.
Yes.
Yeah. That's gonna be my priority.
Right.
And another band we actually did see last time, 2022.
Yes.
Swedish band Metalite.
Yes. So I was kind of shocked when they announced them again, which was like a few months ago, and I'm like, well, I was shocked in a good way. But that was like, well, that's great.
It's incredible. It's such a great band, such a great show, and Erica, the singer, she is such a great performer, but also fantastic singer. That's gonna be very, very.
And they're playing the final night. Saturday night.
Okay.
Yes, and that the stage that I can't say, and they're like earlier that day. Okay. Like it still could be like around 5 o'clock, or something. But yeah, or like 3 o'clock. Anyway,
why you keep guessing times when you have no fucking clue?
I don't know. Unless the poster I have, if you see Metalite, it's they're below a vola, but like there's no times yet, but
You have absolutely no clue what time it
you know what? I have not, but we're going to come back afterwards and just see how correct I
see it.
was.
I was right. Yep.
Yep, and I'm never gonna let it down. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and on my list here now, the last band, the last must-see band,
Yes. Yeah.
the Mind Palace,
Yes.
another Swedish band. They, I mean, we did react to one of their videos. It's very similar to Ghost. Great music, really good music, and she's a good singer as well.
They play the second night.
Yeah.
Thursday night in the tent, the piston tent. No, the piston tent. How do you say that?
Piston Head.
Yeah, Piston Head.
Yeah.
That name of that beer. But yeah, they play there on the second night, and it could. I don't know what time, but they play then. So yeah.
Yeah, she keeps saying time, so
That's why I said I didn't.
please don't take
didn't
that as a fact.
I could tell you the day and the place.
Yeah, so why do you even try?
But that's about it. But yes, we definitely want to see them.
So I mean, that was my list of bands I have to see. Well,
there's a lot that aren't on our list. That ones that I want to see, and we didn't add like I want to see Windrose.
Windrose, yeah.
Yes. And
didn't we see them at the 70,000 Tons of Metal cruise?
We didn't catch them. They did play. We were doing something else, maybe sleeping, taking a nap, eating.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But there are, and also.
And nothing more I want to see again. You don't have it on a list. I know we already seen them, but if they're not competing with anybody, then I want to see.
Oh yeah.
They might be competing though with like Skillet. So I'm like, and Windrose actually, and Pretty Maids. So I don't know.
It could be anything. You just keep speculating here, and
I'm just I like that.
Yeah. But all in all, because I've been reading online, people like, the lineup is not that good, and I'm not happy with the lineup. Like, I'm not going this year. Well, for me, even before the announcement of the last 16 bands, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Everything from now on is just going to be a bonus.
Yes. One band that you didn't mention, and I'm shocked it's not on your list, but you mentioned them earlier, Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy, yes.
Yes.
I missed that one.
Yeah, they're on the last night.
Okay.
And they're playing the rock stage.
Yeah. Yeah, Hypocrisy is death metal.
Yeah, I listened to them a little bit. I think it was earlier today or yesterday. So definitely interested.
It's a good band, and it's the guy from Pain, the band Pain. Yeah, same guy, and he has had this band for many years, and they've always been very, very popular in the death metal genre. And we did see them actually briefly at the Sweden Rock Fest. Sorry, at the 70,000 Tons of Metal cruise.
Okay.
Yeah, they were playing.
Oh yes, right. They
pool
did
stage.
play the second time we went.
I can't. I think. Well,
I
no.
can't remember now.
The time when we were with Evergrey.
Okay, so that was 2023.
So I mean, again, there are so many great bands. Korn, for example. I'm not the biggest Korn fan, but I've never seen them, so I really want to see them. And
yes,
maybe like it's going to be the same for me when I saw Slipknot the first time. I became a fan.
You never know.
After see them live.
The instruments is good. I've seen them twice, and I was like not a fan, but a semi-fan. But after I left, I'm like, wow, they're good. They're great.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, when you have reached this level of success, obviously you're a great band. It may not be for everyone, but still a great band.
But it's also one of those things where, like, when I went the first time to see them, I was like, I think I could name 2 songs. Well, then I knew about half of the set list that I didn't know that I knew them. I'm like, I know this one. I know this song, and I know this. So now so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
No, and that happens a lot because sometimes you hear songs on radio or Sirius XM, and then you don't know, you don't check what the band it is, but then you're like, okay, wow, this is good.
That is correct.
Yeah, but I think if I have to pick 1 or 2 bands out of the ones I really want to see here that I'm excited about, it's going to actually be the the small bands, the Mind Palace,
Yeah.
and Bloodstain.
Right.
Yeah,
Because you're never, well, not that they're never going to tour the US, but there's a big chance that they won't. Or not anytime soon. Like Slipknot, are they amazing? Yes. But are they going to tour the US? Yes. I mean, like they're easier to see. Same with Sabaton, Scorpions, a lot of bands like that, Meshuggah. So you're right. A lot of the smaller little bands that really can't afford to tour the US if they're like from Europe somewhere. Then yes, for sure. Like the ones we just mentioned. So those are going to be super fun. So, and then I know I will, but we'll be grateful to see them. So,
oh yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for any concert I get to see and just experience new bands live. It's so much fun. And speaking of new bands, DAD, another Danish band.
Yeah, I've seen their name, and I can't tell you what they sound.
They have been around forever as well. They used to be called Disneyland After Dark.
Okay.
But then Disney, sent like a cease and desist or something like that.
So wait, where are they from?
Denmark.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking, did they play the Las Rages? Were
Possibly,
they I think they might have. I didn't. I don't know if I don't know. I think they
because
might have
they have been popular a long time, long time.
Yes.
And I was just looking here. There's a couple of black metal bands as well. Abath.
Yes, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he always looks. I mean, he has the corpse paint and stuff like that, similar to King Diamond.
Yeah. I mean, even if we're not like listening to their albums 24/7, but we like their imagery and their creativity and their theatrics. So some bands are they're massive being that way. So
and then you have, for example, Blind Guardian. Almost you can consider them to be founders of power metal with Halloween.
And they're playing.
Yeah, they're playing.
And I mean, if there was nothing. I hate to say it, but if there's nothing else on, nothing else to do, we'll go watch it. But I don't know. Yeah. I'm not. There's many more that I want to see instead of.
Yeah, Miles Kennedy, what a great singer.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be fun. Obviously all the different shows, and also the fact that we have press pass. So,
yes, we do.
We will have the opportunity to interview some people as well. So that's going to be very fun.
And look out for some vlogs from the Sweden Rock Festival 2025.
It's going to be so much fun.
Epic.
Yeah. And this is the first European festival we're going to see in June. Then we're coming back in August for the Alcatraz Open Air Festival. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. We'll have another episode just devoted to that.
Yes.
So that wraps up this episode of the Rock and Roundtable Talk Fest, episode 2. If you like our content and you like what we do, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below.
And remember to share this video with your friends and family and your enemies.
Until next time, we will catch you on the flip side.